Another another um, uh, component in the physical layer is our wireless. Okay, we do know that the good thing about wireless is mobility. We can connect anywhere, and there's no need for installation. But one challenge is security, because the connection is not bound is sort of a limitless, and there's no boundary. Okay, so the security is quite challenging for a wireless type of a connection. Interference is also higher as compared to the wired. Okay, uh, the coverage area, there, example, if you have a wireless connection, do they have also maximum distances? Yes, there is. Okay, so meaning, I suppose you observe that. So let's say you have a wireless router, it has this maximum range that you can connect to that wireless router. So again, there's that what we call as a coverage area. Okay, wireless, one of its advantage is the shared medium. Okay, but let's say, although the medium is shared, were there limitations? Okay, yes, there is. We do know that. Okay. Example, let's say if you have a packet Wi-Fi, it is indicated in its spec. Okay, let's say, okay, only 5 users can connect. What happens to other users who wants to connect? They will be dropped. There's wireless standards that you have to be familiar with. Okay, like Wi-Fi is under 802.11, Bluetooth is 802.15, WiMAX is 802.16, Zigbee is 802.15.4. Okay, so IEEE came up with these standards, serves as a guide for manufacturers, vendors. Okay, when they plan to develop tools and devices under these different technologies. Okay, so usually again in the standards, what we usually see in the document are frequencies accepted, the decoding technique or mechanism, the antenna design and construction, and the encoding method as well. In order for us to establish a wireless local area network, our end devices, our laptop should have a wireless adapter. Okay, so if there's a wired LAN card or NIC, network interface card, there's also a wireless adapter. The concept of a wireless adapter is similar to a wired LAN card or wireless NIC. We will discuss this when we are in the data link layer discussion. Uh, so our wireless laptop or wireless end device connects to a wireless network device. So we have two here, wireless access point, okay, or a wireless router. Access point is the network device where our end device, our users connect to. Okay, it's like a wireless switch. So our laptop connects. In order for our wireless end device to connect, we need to have this wireless access point. Okay. Uh, the difference of a wireless access point to a wireless router, access point do not have an internet connectivity. For us to connect to the internet, we need a wireless router. Inside the wireless router, there's already an access point. Okay, it consists already of an access point. Okay, so usually a wireless router, it's not in the slide, I just discuss it. So wireless router usually consists of a wireless access point. It has a switch port, right? So we can connect wired uh, we can connect devices through wired connections also on the wireless router, and at the same time it has antenna. Okay, and then the internet port. Okay, these are what we have in a wireless router. We have different wireless LAN standards. Okay, uh, eh, and we will discuss this in the next slide. So I have here a list of IEEE 802.11 Wi-Fi standards. This indicates that there are wireless LAN cards and wireless routers that supports an A, B, G, or N, or AC, or AD. Okay, uh, there. Okay, so wireless devices may conform to these different standards. There are standards that are compatible to other standards. Okay, there are wireless devices that supports not only one standards but two or three. Okay, so very important here to take note of the bandwidth, their bandwidth and their equivalent frequency for us to know if they are compatible. Like we look into this frequency. Like example, B has a frequency of 2.4, so as with G. This indicates that B and G are compatible to each other. Okay, so meaning, let's say if you have a wireless adapter of an 802.11b, your laptop is B, and your wireless router is G, can they connect? Yes, they are compatible. Okay, so an N can be set up with a 2.4, so it can connect to BG or a 5 gigahertz. So it can also connect to an A. Okay, so before, uh, old standards are this ABG. Okay, these three are old ones. Nowadays, what we see in the market are AC. Okay, yung mga Giga Ethernet routers, wireless routers, those are of AC. It has a bandwidth ideally of a 1.3 gigabits per second. There's also another standard for wireless router AD, around 7 gig, and it supports a 2.4, a 5, and a 60 gigahertz. We will, you should memorize this. We will review on this part of the wireless Wi-Fi standard, IEEE 822.11 during our live session. And to summarize this chapter, before any network communications can occur, a physical connection to a local network, either wired or wireless, must be established. The physical layer consists of electronic circuitry, media, and connectors developed by engineers. The physical layer standards address the three functional areas: physical components, encoding, and signaling. Three types of copper cabling are UTP, STP, and coaxial cable. UTP cabling conforms to the standards established jointly by the TIA-EIA. The electrical characteristics of copper cabling are defined by the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineer, and the main cable types that are obtained by using specific wiring conventions are Ethernet, straight through, and Ethernet crossover. Optical fiber cable transmits data over longer distances and at higher bandwidths than any other networking media. There are four types of fiber optic connectors: ST, SC, LC, and duplex mode, multi-mode LC. Fiber optic patch cords include SC-SC multi-mode, LC-LC single mode, SC-LC multi-mode, and SC-ST single mode. Wireless media carry electromagnetic signals that represent the binary digits of data communications using radio or microwave frequencies. And wireless standards include the following: 802.11 for wireless Wi-Fi, 802.15 for Bluetooth, WiMAX 802.16, and Zigbee 802.15.4, and wireless LANs that require a wireless access point and a wireless NIC adapter. So this ends Module 4 of Part 2, the last part. Keep safe, together we learn as one.